And I've been using it as well. And like you actually mentioned yesterday, when we we're talking, it also brings it out, which I talk to my clients as well. You bring things out into the physical world. So then they're not bogging, they're not like shouting for attention, your mind distracting you for the clarity. So I love that you told me that yesterday, which I love, which I also actually use. Okay, and at the same time, a very short input here. So yeah, obviously there's a certain point where we have to make the decision, which literally means cutting off, right? And that can be challenging. I agree 100% with making sure, remember, there's things you know, there's things you don't know, and there's things you can't know. So you have to live with the part that you can't know everything, right? There's the element of the pandemic coming in, or the World Trade Center, or someone getting sick, or an illness, or there's all kinds of things that you just don't have control of. So the things you know, you have to really also look at them critically and make sure they're not too biased. So make sure the things you know that you kind of vent them with other people. And maybe not yet, a nice exercise you can do there is you give a proposition to several different people, but you don't tell them whether the outcome was successful or not. And it's very interesting. And in fact, you can even go to one person, explain the decision you made and tell them it failed. Then go to another person, explain the decision you made and tell them it succeeded. Great to hear the different inputs then, rather than you actually show them your whole hand. So that's one part that you could add as well. So then you make sure that at one point you say, okay, I got as much information as I can within the time frame that I've allowed for this. You do have to have kind of budget your time as well.
I like that approach a lot, especially with like getting the different perspectives from two people who think that there's two different outcomes, and then how would that like really affect your perspective as well.
Big time, but there's a danger of overanalyzing.
Oh yeah.
So I understand the challenge. So I do believe that prioritization is also really setting certain dates, because there's always things we don't know. That continues. You know, we can more knowledge, more, and then you get distracted by so many.
You don't want to dwell on that.
So yeah, make sure you have the competence and the capabilities and the insights, the knowledge as the best you can.
Absolutely.
And then maybe also go back to the gut feeling. I have that a little bit.